Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanser, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Folks, we got a show for you today, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me go ahead and get into this topic here. Today, I want us to focus on our good friend at FS1, Nick Wright, right? I want us to focus on Nick Wright. Some people out there have said that Nick Wright is a sports savant, because of the way he speaks so eloquently. He has a huge vocabulary. He has a big beard. He wears a suit. So therefore, everything that comes out of his mouth must be correct. And the way he seems to intellectualize some of his ridiculous takes, some people actually buy into his madness. Now, right before the play-in tournament started, I was amongst a group of people saying that the Lakers should consider finding a way to play the Oklahoma City Thunder in round one. Because I said, well, if we know that the Nuggets are the biggest threats to the Lakers, wouldn't that mean that they have the highest probability of knocking out the Lakers? But that didn't seem to make sense to people. Some people said, okay, the Nuggets are the team that have the best chance to beat the Lakers, so therefore, we want to face them first. And I'm like, if you're playing the game of probability, why would you want to face the team that gives you the greatest odds of losing? And they're like, no, because we didn't reason it properly. Some people got into this thing, oh, we're not going to lose, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. And there were some people out there in the media that were actually advocating for the Lakers to actually play the Nuggets first. And one of those people was who? Nick Wright. Nick Wright was amongst a group of people that said he felt that the Lakers not only should want to play the Nuggets, but he said that if they played the Nuggets, he picked the Nuggets to beat the Lakers in 6 basketball games. 6. And we were all looking at Nick Wright like, bro, whatever you smoking, we need to know what it is. And Nick Wright was dead serious. Some people are like, yes, I can see it. After Nick's sound analysis, I think he makes perfect sense. I mean, look at his beard. Look at his suit. How can this man be wrong? But of course he was wrong. Because as we sit here right now, the Lakers are in a 0-3 deficit. After y'all man Nick Wright guaranteed that the Nuggets were gonna lose to the Lakers. So what we want to do is, I want to quickly play what Nick Wright had to say before the series started. I want to play what he had to say before the series started, and then we're going to continue on the show. Take a listen to your man Nick Wright here.
Any chance the Lakers can beat Denver?
All right, well, I'm in a spot here because when we gave our official predictions, we were conference finals and then finals,
right.
We don't know what the bracket's going to be.
Right.
So I had Denver over Lakers in the conference finals. Now, through no fault of my own, that's an impossibility. So I'm obligated to adjust. Right.
So Denver in the first round.
Well, so that's what you would think, right?
Don't do this.
But
you've been so good with the Chief stuff.
So listen, Wilds, what did you say right at the top of the show? I was up all night. So, I mean, that Spaces I was on ended at 1:35 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
And I used the next 6 hours before my daughter got awake to really grind the tape.
Okay.
Because here's the deal.
Wait.
I want to see if there is a reason, because obviously I would like the Lakers to win. I like LeBron. Is there a reason to believe they can? Reason to believe they would? So I went through my checklist of things. All right, when they most recently played, was there an aberrant shooting performance in the modern NBA that can change anything? And I text Josh middle of the night. I'm like, hey, how did the Nuggets shoot in that series compared to every other series or everything? The whole series. And I'm like, oh. So that's the best by any team against a LeBron team in a decade. All right, so that's a note. Like, okay, I'll mark that down. All right, what about how did either team have a key player play the best of his life? And did either team have a key player play the worst of his life? I'm like, okay, Josh, can you check that for me?
I'm stunned.
With the first pick, the first redo pick, since we all put our official picks in a week ago, Nick Wright has selected
Wow.
the Los
in
Angeles
six,
Lakers.
not even 7.
In six.
I guess they got
With
to
two
win at home.
exclamation points.
Exactly
Wow.
right. Lakers in 6.
So you heard what Nick Wright had to say before the series. So then what happened? The Lakers go out there, they go to Denver, they get a 14, 15-point lead on the road, and Denver comes back and beats them. And Nick gets back on television the very next day with that same smug look on his face and says, folks, there's absolutely nothing to be worried about. So what we want to do is want to quickly play what Nick Wright had to say after game 1. Take a listen to Nick right here.
But despite all that, no, the series is not over. And in fact, even if the Lakers lose tonight, this series hasn't even started yet, according to some of the wisest minds ever. Which is the series does not start.
Some series
never start. It's crazy. They're like playing games. They happen, but they don't show up in the history books. They never happen. So no, Brew, the series is not over, and this guy's going to overreact. You are the NBA's conscience.
That's
I'm
true.
going to trust that you're going to be level-headed with.
So you heard what Nick had to say after game 1. After the Lakers lost that game, get this, they go into game 2 and they go up 20 points. They end up blowing a 20-point lead, then end up losing at the buzzer. And then Nick Wright has the courage to come back on television the following day and says, what's all the hoopla about? The series hasn't even started yet. For those of you who didn't hear what Nick Wright had to say after game 2, want to quickly play that for you right here.
Nick, are you ready to admit this series is over?
Well, I mean, how can something end before it's even begun?
That's a fair point.
You know it's over.
They
Then.
haven't started
It
yet.
hasn't even started.
Yeah, all right.
In fact, as it happens, these NBA playoffs haven't started.
haven't
I don't
started
know
yet.
what it means for the ratings, but
Not good.
we're now 11-0 for home teams. So none of these
We're in the
series
Matrix or
are
something
yet
like
to
that,
start.
right?
So you heard what Nick Wright has been saying throughout this entire process. So Nick told Wiles that you're not as good in math as I am. Well, Nicholas, it's a best of 7 series. The Nuggets have won the first 3 games, which means that what? There are potentially 4 more games left. So in order for Nick Wright to be correct and the Lakers winning winning in 6, well, that can't happen anymore. So this means that the Lakers must win in 7. So what would need to happen for the Lakers to win in 7? Well, the Lakers need to do something that they have been incapable of doing for years, which is beat the Denver Nuggets in consecutive games. As we currently speak, the Lakers have lost 11 straight games to the Nuggets. So what we're now meant to believe is the Lakers need to win 4 straight games to beat the Nuggets. Folks, it's over. It's over. I was one of the people that thought this series was going to go 5. Folks, it's over. It's over. The Nuggets body slammed the Lakers in game 3. They absolutely brutalized them on their home court. I actually, even when the Lakers went up in the first, I was like, nah, they're not going to win this game. And I think the Lakers knew. They knew. I mean, it's over. Nick Wright, we would love to hear your sound analysis today. Please wear your best suit because that's the only thing that can save you. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments. And we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.